Hey, so I'm just spitballing here, and I thought I'd record it so I can come back for the idea when I need it. So a lot of us are trying to own fleets, right? But as I'm driving, and which I realize now after watching these horoscope folks, I'm a Pisces, so I'm a dreamer. All right, so y'all get caught up in my dream. I do apologize if it don't work or if it work or whatever. Anyway, a lot of us want to own fleets. We want to own multiple trucks, or we want to have a truck paid off, trailer paid off, dedicated, whatever, and put somebody else in it. Well, I got to thinking, let's think outside the box a little bit. All right, what does it take to own a Freightliner dealership? Now you might be like, what are you talking about, TRB? Just think about it, right? Our goal for the people that are looking to get in this trucking industry, get owner op and get going and get out the truck. Well, you want to have multiple streams of revenue. And also I was thinking about the guy who owns Prime, how he owns the Freightliner dealership, but yeah, you know, he's charging all this money for the trucks that he already owned. So I got to thinking, like, what does it take? What does it take to own a Freightliner dealership? What does it take to own a Flying J or a Loves or a TA? Right? So let's say, hey, I start to look into what it takes to own a Freightliner dealership, right? And depending on what, of course, you know, you got to get permits and all this other stuff, but it's like I've never heard nobody talk about owning a dealership or a TA or a Petro or Iowa 80 type business, right? We all want to get into these trucks, but yet we don't have the what about the people that want to give the structure to maintain the trucks? So let's say if I own a Freightliner dealership, right? Or I found a way to get it, bought some land, boom, Freightliner dealership. Well, guess what? I'm hooking Trucker Brown up, I'm hooking LoShine up, I'm hooking Ray up, I'm hooking Party Hard up, I'm hooking them all up, all my people up with Freightliners, right? And then here's what I'm thinking, right? So boom, I got this dealership. You can either buy, lease purchase, or full maintenance lease, right? Let's say you do a full maintenance lease, but you want to have your own authority, but you ain't got your own authority yet. Well, guess what? You can run under my authority, especially if you got a full maintenance lease. Reason being, if you got a full maintenance lease, all you have to worry about is fuel and truck note, right? Which, since I'm a driver, I have an idea of what a decent truck note would be. And I can understand the plights that you might go through, like you might not be able to make your payment this week, or you might want to take a week off or whatever. I will understand that because I'm coming from a truck driver standpoint that's trying to become a business owner, meaning owning like a physical brick and mortar, right? So if you do a full maintenance lease and you want to run under my authority, I will make that happen. Because when you go because you're not doing anything but boosting my CSA score. It's kind of like a give and take. Well, look, I'll hook you up with this full maintenance lease. This is what you do for me. I put my pre-pass in there. Whenever you get pulled in, they go over your logs and everything, and they go, you know, make sure you keep your logs good. And the truck is going to pass because it most likely will be the newest equipment that's out at the time, right? And then once I own a Freightliner dealership, guess what? Well, how can I give back while taking as well? You gotta understand capitalism. So, okay, well, let me open up a driving school. I already got the trucks for it. So, you know, somebody do, you know, if I do the Freightliner dealership, somebody turn in their truck, boom, I take it over to the school. Now the school will have decent equipment in order to train the students. And then I would specialize. I would try to specialize in felons, meaning, like, you know, they get out, hey, you know what, you're a felon, you need a new career, you want to come out here and make this money to get you off the block. I will end up getting benefits because I will get grants and different things like that in order to train them. And then I'm also training them in order for them to go out and have a successful career in the trucking industry, right? Then I got to thinking like, damn, well, I'm gonna need to fuel and fix the trucks. So I wonder what it takes to get a franchise like a Flying J or TA. Again, this is a complete spitballing, right? I have no idea how to do anything that I'm speaking of right now. This is just me going through my mind as I lay in my bunk getting loaded. So, okay. So I would probably aim for a TA or a petrol first because it has more amenities, meaning it has mechanics, it has fuel, it has products and services, commodity, and different things like that. Right now, I'm wondering if you buy into the franchise and you have a location, you buy some land, and you have a location where you want to put your petrol. Because at the end of the day, if you can own all 4 or 5 major chains, meaning the Flying J, Petrol, Pilot, TA, Loves, and throw them all on one strip, because some companies, like my company that I'm with, we can only fuel at a Pilot or Flying J. Some companies can only fuel at Petros and TA. Some can only fuel at Love. Some people might have a fuel card that get better discounts at a Love. Either way, all that stuff will be in one location, right? So I was just sitting there thinking like, well, damn, what does it take to own something like that, right? Not only that, then let's say I throw up like something like an Iowa 80, where a truck driver can come and have all the needed necessities for the truck trailer, and meaning like the chrome shops, the people who put the labeling on the side of your trucks, truck wash. So I have like a Blue Beacon or a Three Sisters or something like that. Well, Blue Beacon I know is a franchise, so why not, right? I make a little money off the back end for that. It had a CB shop. It'll have all the stuff that you would need. The mattresses, the installing stereo systems, installing inverters. It'll have all the stuff that a truck driver would want in one location. So you come get fuel, you park your truck, you come over here, you look, oh, you know what, I need some shiny hubcaps for my truck or whatever. Anyway, but I'm wondering, like, what does it take? What kind of business credit, what kind of business score, what kind of D&B would you need for that? Because if you can get out of the truck and have all the amenities to supply the truck, not only that, because you got to think about it, like the guy at Prime, right? He owns Prime. He also owns the hotel. He also owns the restaurants around the area. So I will have one start an incorporation, because I will have to have an umbrella, and then everything else, like I will have a business for the real estate part of things. I will have a business for the fueling part of things. I will have and then I will have to have a place to house. If I did a school, I will have to have a place to house the people. So then I will look at different chains or franchise of hotels, right? And then they stay in the hotel. I can write that off at the end of the day, depending on what company I put it under. Like I said, I'm dreaming big, of course, but I'm wondering, like, what does it take in order to do that? Meaning, you start off with one. First, you buy the land. The land's gonna be cold hard cash. If you got business credit, you know, and the way that I'm looking at it is like when I first start off, whatever I buy, I want to be able to pay off. Meaning, I buy X amount of acres for $100,000, right? Well, I want to be able to pay that $100,000 off within 6 months or less. Everything's, you know, like I have a 6 months, meaning that, because that will report to my Duns and Bradstreet or whatever, and it'll show that I made consistent payment for X amount of time. But I will take that money and put it in its own separate account. So let's say if I bought the land for $100,000, then I'll tie it to a particular account. So every month it'll take out of this particular account. I just leave that account alone. I'll put $110,000 in there. So that way at the end of the payment and the interest and everything, it'll look like I made all my payments on time, which it'll show that, you know, I paid off a big whatever. Again, I'm spitballing. But what do y'all think about that? What would it take to own a Freightliner dealership? What would it take to own a Flying J? what would it take? And I don't mean by, you know, I say own, but to buy into the franchise. So somewhere out on Texas in the middle of nowhere, or somewhere off the 40 or the 20 or the 10, I could buy land and throw something up right there. Right? What do y'all think about having a driving school that will train everybody, but I want to specialize in felons, because you probably end up getting the most amount of money for what is it called, rehabilitation or something like that. Somebody who was a felon that can come in and do truck driving. And then I will cut contracts with the major corporations, meaning I will cut contracts with like a Swift or Warner and stuff like that. And so you guys can come to this school and they will end up getting grants. It's a give and take. I know that some people are going to be like, you're just trying to make money off the people. It takes money to make money. The money that I'm investing in you, I'm trying to get back on the back end, not out of your pocket, but out of somebody else's pocket who has more money than me. So for all the people that think like, oh, you're just using these people or whatever, gotta understand, somebody paid for you to go to school, or you pay for yourself. You get what I'm saying? If you go to the WIA program to go to school, well, that's taxpayers' money that's paying for you to find a new career in order for you to get out here and make some money. It takes money to make money. It also takes understanding that ain't nothing free. Just because it didn't come out of your pocket, it's coming out of somebody else's. But I think having a hotel will be dope, because anytime, you know, like I have a YTTA discount. Like if you're a YTTA member, you can get 10% off the hotel, you know, and then I can hook my folks up. Like if Woody come through, hey, I'm in such and such, you got a room available, I'll be like, hell yeah. If the price is $69 for a room, hey, shoot me 20 bucks. You know, people that I associated with when I quote unquote didn't have nothing, or working to get something. Wesley Walls to come through, I got you. Ray come down from Canada, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Mendoza and her dude might slide through, I got you. You know, but that's just something I was thinking about to myself, and I thought I'd just go ahead and put it on out there. But what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? I haven't really heard anybody. Everybody's so concerned about owning a truck, but what about, and the only person I really heard about owning other businesses was like that crazy guy. I tried to get in contact with him, but I don't know I don't know his Facebook name or whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, once you go on the business side of things, you open your mind up, it's possible, right? You just gotta, like Trucker Brown said, you just gotta know the paperwork. What do I need in order to own this? Because here, you do a Flying J, right? Flying J will already have people to install the pumps. I'm spitballing, again, I don't know, but this is what I'm assuming. Air conditioning probably blowing. It's 80 degrees out here in Vegas. They will have the people to install the pumps. They already have the schematic of how they want their Flying J to be set up. They already have the people to put in the commodity. All I need to do is hire the employees and maintain it. In which case, I would do that for about 6 months until I keep people in there to train, and then I would let them have it, and then I would pay them a decent wage. Right? Right? You know, even if I did do something like that, then I could open up like a Whole Food or something like that, so truck drivers can come through and get something healthy, even though you're still gonna have the Flying J pizza that's gonna give you bubble guts. But I mean, it is what it is. But you'll have the option to go over here to like Whole Foods or some type of grocery store to where you can get healthy, nutritious food, you know, and then do a movie theater, bowling alley, a spa, you know what I'm saying, where drivers can come in and get their feet done. You know, have a hair salon where, you know, the ladies can come in and get their hair did, put the braids in and get the twist. And, you know what I'm saying, I try to cater to a variety of different cultures when it comes to the hair stuff. But like I said, I'm just spitballing, but I think that'll be dope. So not only do I have the trucks that you want, I have the place where you can come get them fixed. I have the place where you can get the fuel. I have the place where you can fix them up. I have the place where you can have maintain a healthy lifestyle. I have a place where you can get all the amenities you need, like, you know, the most comfortable mattresses. You know, I go to like all the truck shows like GATS and everything, get all the products that all the drivers will probably want, put them over here. You know, all the newest technology, I have a place for that. You know, just thinking grand, that's all. Just thinking just grand. You know, but this is just thoughts. I'm a dreamer. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I'm a dreamer. And yeah. We're making all this money. I mean, why not? Just take a look into it. Like, oh, you need $600,000 to buy into the franchise. Oh, I ain't got it. Okay, well, now I know. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, if you let the lady of YTTA, she got more than enough money to put in $600,000. Is just $2 in the bucket for her. Just $2. But you'll create jobs. Let's say you do it somewhere in like Texas where you don't have state tax, but you'll probably be paying some type of tax on the back end as far as federal. You're probably paying a business tax too. I'm not sure. Again, I'm spitballing. I don't know. But I would probably throw it somewhere in like Texas. And then you want a heavy traffic area. And you want to make sure that it's visible. So when people drive down the highway, they see it. You know. You can throw it outside of New Mexico. You know, because ain't nothing in New Mexico. I don't want to put it in New Mexico because I don't want to live in New Mexico. I throw it in Texas somewhere, or Carolinas, or something like that. And yeah, something just crossed my mind. Anyway, it's TRB. I know it's been a while. How you doing? Have you subscribed yet? I don't ask y'all for much. The only thing that I ask is that y'all pay attention, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your contribution. Peace.